Selectmen's meeting, February 22, 2022.
I'd like to close the non-public meeting at 2:50. And I'd like to close the minutes indefinitely.
Seal them?
Seal, I'm sorry.
That's what he meant.
All in favor, roll call. Marconi?
Yes.
Flanagan?
Aye.
Connors? Yes. Aye. Okay, minutes approval of January 31st.
So moved.
Second,
Seconded.
discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Manifest approval, $176,474.45, dated February 3rd, 22. $34,271.22 dated February 10th. $87,080.41 dated 2/17. Motion please,
Motion approved.
Second.
discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Facility reset request. Peter Larcher, Old Town Hall, Field, March to June, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 8, lacrosse practice.
I salute him for getting that on the schedule early.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's all summer long, at least we can have it on the website that it's already blocked out.
Right, so somebody comes ahead after this, like we
Yep.
had in the past, it won't be a problem, because
Yep.
no one knows.
Well, this year at the budget meeting,
Yeah,
I remembered and I told Jamie Belanger to get in contact with the baseball coach, which was the problem last year.
Yeah.
And he already has contacted me, so.
Good, good.
It's different fields, so we're all.
Yep.
so if you want, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept both of them if you want.
Yeah, okay.
And Eleanor, I do have the updated insurance certificate for that.
Yeah.
I walked out, it was sitting on the counter, I walked out
Yeah,
right
that's
past it,
fine.
but I'll bring it
The
to you.
event's a long way off, so we have time. but
I'll bring
yeah.
it to you.
Thank you.
So I made a motion to accept, to allow both facility uses.
Seconded?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And now the straight is Save and Strong Road Race, August 14th.
Yeah, we accepted that.
We
Yeah.
did that one, that's
Yeah.
Put
all.
them both together.
Oh, you did, I'm sorry, Mike.
That's all right.
Nobody here for the 3 o'clock old business. Tax map lot 2 of the town bid requirements.
Make a motion, do we, go out to bid on a piece of land we were discussing to liquidate? To, the amount of $175.
I'd second that.
Discussion, all those in favor?
Before we do that little discussion, we've had quite a bit of people look into it. The assessor has done his job, and I think that this is a good recommendation. Okay?
All in favor?
Aye.
What was that recommendation? What was that recommendation? I was too
Put
much.
the land for sale for $175 down on
Thank you.
across from Patterson Lane.
On that
Do
same
you want to put a
thing,
motion in that we go out to the exercise of selling off that other parcel of land?
like the lot B that's shown on the Mark Phillips map,
All right, that corner red right there?
right, does the board want to
I'll make-
also put that out to?
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we can put that out to put the process out to bid on it.
And the minimum amount would be did you wanna go with the 25,000?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
had recommended.
Yeah, we're going with
Thank you.
25, okay?
I'd second that.
Okay.
Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resignation, we Matt Martin, zoning board chairman for 100 years.
Mhm.
Ralph Estes is very loyal, Edna Mosier. I think we gotta accept those and send them a letter of thanks.
We accept them with regret, send them a nice letter for thanking for the service to the town. Absolutely.
Okay,
Same with
motion on that?
Same with Jill Boyd, no need.
Economic development, okay.
You need a motion, or is that just a,
And motion that we send them a thank you letter.
absolutely, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Discussion,
I think we already signed them, didn't we, or were the other one? Did we?
All in favor? All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
As we review these resignations, the big one for me is the zoning board.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have to really come back, I know Michael, you won't be here, we appreciate your input, please give it to us.
Absolutely.
Find some strong people who are business acumen, who can look outside the box and serve on that committee.
Do we wanna set a date for, when we'd like volunteers? Anybody interested in the zoning board?
Yeah, we could,
I think we should post it right away, since we're gonna accept the resignations today, I think we should post it ASAP.
That doesn't say post it, that we're accepting, folks for the ZBA.
I just stick with that one now,
Okay,
rather than all the others, just
yeah,
so people concentrate.
great, will do.
Okay, new business, solid waste pickup. Len Torres is retirement.
Yes, as the board knows, Len has retired from trash pickup. We're in the midst of getting quotes from other companies for temporary hauling for the months of March and April, and then we will put it out to bid. And the question to the board is, do you want to put it out to bid for 3 years or 5 years? What are you thinking about trash hauling?
You know, Lenny's been hauling trash in this town for so long that I think we've become so accustomed to him. I would not wanna go with a long-term contract until we know we like the company. So I would say let's go for a 1-year bid, and if we like the company, we can go for a renewal. Because,
Well, we can open up a little bit.
yeah,
I agree with you on that, I really do.
Lenny's been doing it for
so.
so long, he makes everyone in town happy.
Exactly.
And we don't know the new company's gonna do that. So let's say a year and then,
Now, another thing that companies have been bringing up to me is the idea that by using dumpsters that you all buy, by using dumpsters that you all buy for the residents and having automatic pickup rather than somebody getting out of the truck and putting the bags in the truck, that it might save the town money. Evidently in Stratham, they said it saved money by the town purchasing these, trash
these
barrels.
square trash cans with the lid and the truck just pulls up and the arms wrap around it. and it's wet. But if, on a 1-year contract though, I don't wanna buy trash cans
No.
only to find out we don't like the company. So let's go with the 1-year bid. If we like the company, then if we renew the contract, then the second, third, 4th year, then we can talk about buying trash
Right.
cans.
I agree with Bob.
Okay.
Paul would have a handle on that, since it was Stratham. He was
Yes.
the town manager of Stratham.
Well,
Great.
he'd be a good person to talk to about that matter, I think.
Yeah, he helped a lot with getting the quotes for,
Oh,
you
good.
know, the
It's
names.
been a big
of the
asset for
quotes
the town,
and
absolutely,
quotes.
especially on this, $1 million money back to the state deal.
Right.
Thank you, that's a good point, Bob, thank you.
So, given our tight turnaround, of course, this Wednesday is Len's last day.
Yeah,
I may be asking the board if you might want to get together sooner to award a temporary hauling bid.
Right.
The good news is that even in the case that we can't get bids in that quick, Len said he can always just use his pickup truck, and like he's doing now, or he and Craig are doing now, they hire big roll-off dumpsters
Yeah.
at the transfer station. He loads them in there and they take them up to
But
Turnpike.
that's Torino, right?
Yeah.
Triana, yeah.
Triana, why don't you just ask Triana how much it costs for a couple of weeks per day? See if it, I don't know, I
Right.
just thought.
Right, and that's definitely an option.
Yeah, I mean, then you get Lenny off that, and he just, you know,
maybe a less cost for the town alone, for the hauling costs alone, if we just did that.
yeah.
They don't do pickup, but then at least you'd have the trash there and Triana could take it up to Turnkey.
Right.
We could save Lenny driving around too, we could put out a bulletin and just tell everyone to dump it at the end of Ted's driveway. Len could pick it up right from there, right?
Far for me to travel.
That one sounds really good again, Marty, you live there now, listen.
You can see the look on Liz's face when she eats it like that. Do you want to send a letter to Lenny thanking him for the service of this town?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, are you gonna
Thank you.
organize a luncheon or anything for him?
He's, of course, staying on with the town as road agent.
Yep.
And,
Okay.
plans to now work Wednesdays, of course. So, but Yeah, whatever
Whatever.
the board would
He's
like.
amazing, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
They're gonna, residents are very spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
I ain't telling you, I know him, how many years, Ted?
well, well, before I moved to Louisville,
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
we had the smoke business.
He hasn't changed much, he's still the same way he was.
Huh? Okay, let's,
Keep us aware, keep us advised of, what you get for bids as they start coming in, and if we have to call a special meeting to come in and approve it, I think we should.
Thank you.
Cause I don't want any
Right.
fall off in the,
okay, let's go back to the 3 o'clock. Did you get Jack O'Reilly here?
Yep.
March election and town meeting.
Okay, just to interject, I don't know where Jan Stewart ever found it, but way back, she found somewhere that supposedly the road agent is the one who selects the trash collection company, which is why Lenny made road agent. I don't know if that's true, or she made that up.
Well, we're gonna start with the question,
Anyway, you wanna talk about elections?
please.
Okay, break it down into two, the voting on Tuesday in 2 weeks, I guess it is.
Yep.
We have the same setup, the same route we had before. The school supporters, the health officers okayed food. So we're gonna have them like they do they used to have it in the foyer on Tuesday. That makes people gonna be looping back through, so we're gonna put that in front of the kitchen, just on the way out. So you're done voting, then you can get any food if you want it.
So you're gonna take it out of the front hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be in the main hall.
Because that was confusing, people wanna come back
I
actually
know.
to get food.
Yeah, we don't want people cutting back through and around and
I
just
agree
go
with
back out.
The
I agree
food
with you.
being for the school?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the kids for the, yeah.
yeah, they have, on Tuesday, they usually have like some chowders and pastries mostly,
Yeah,
so he said that wasn't a problem there. We're doing away with the pens, remember we used to collect the pens and put them back in the
Yeah.
box and all that, don't need to do that anymore.
don't have to do that anymore.
No. We will need, let me see, there won't be any Zoom, oh no, that's the other meeting, so let me get back to that one. The only issue I've got mentioned to me from last time was candidates hanging around inside the building, we can't have that. So we're gonna keep an eye on it, if somebody wants to come in, maybe use the bathroom, but, no politic, and that came back from bite me last year. So that's the only thing I'll be watching for. It's 11 to 7. I believe you guys are gonna set up Friday before, DJ?
Yeah, whatever you guys want us to.
Yeah, we'll set up the Friday.
Whatever it's about.
Say that again, Jack?
The Friday before that will be when the fire department will set up the hall.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I told the planning board already, don't plan on any meetings that Monday, they know. So, voting went smoothly, I don't see any more issues, we just got the cards in from the machine today. I just picked up the test ballots, we'll be running them probably Thursday or Friday before, and I'll let you know about it, I guess that's gonna be posted somewhere. That I took one, testing ballots in case, whatever. Okay, so I think that's pretty much under control. I don't know if we've got all the ballot clerks yet, but Harold and I are working on that.
Yeah, I got a question if I can, Mr. Chairman. Has anybody, said anything about doing away with the voting machine?
Not in this town.
I
I
don't
haven't
think
heard a
so.
word.
I haven't heard a word from you.
No,
know
I
that's
had
the-
it on the ballot, Greenland voted 90% to 10%
Yeah.
to keep it.
Right.
I think Hampton, Northampton's trying it. A lot of towns, because I went to the moderator training, week and a half ago. And a lot of towns, people pushing for that, but,
Well, it seems such a quicker turnaround of exactly how the votes are going, I thought that was the only way to go. So I don't know why they were complaining about it.
I mean, look at the machine, there's no internet hookup, there's no nothing. The only problem we have is that the cards came in a year ago. I tested them, which I have to test the backup card first, and then I put the other one in. We run every one of these 4 different ways each time, so it's takes a long time. But then I came in election day, and they didn't even want to work, they had to be reformatted. Something happened to the cards, I have no idea, that's the first time that's happened. But we have the slot, you can put them in, if we have to hold on to them, something happens, you can pull them in the box.
So you haven't heard any words, I haven't heard nothing about it either, that's why I'm
No,
asking.
if anybody knows of a youngster that's 17 and would like to do civil, just whatever, like to learn the voting process, I'm allowed to bring a 17-year-old in, just to, whatever they need to do. It's just to help them learn the voting.
Absolutely, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I did that, I didn't find anybody this year, but I'm not in touch with that. had Chase last year, he's 18 now, every vote.
If you have, just your attention, such as RSA 658:24. Moderator, clerk, selectman, inspector of the election, or supervisor checklist whose name appears in the ballot for an elected position other than the position of the election official shall be disqualified from handling of marked ballots and counting of votes.
Right. That's a, yeah, because on the ballot, at the end of the night, you take them out of the back of the machine, I don't touch them, we can't touch them. Even
And if
sometimes.
you can't stand at the machine to read the light, help.
I could be, no, because sometimes people hand me the ballot, I say, no, you.
Okay, as long as we have, I just don't want to glitch.
Oh, no, I understand. There's a bill that's trying to get passed, and it's in committee, that anybody on the ballot, even, if it's a reelection, cannot even be inside the thing, so if when you were up for reelection, you couldn't even be in it, anyway. But that would be supervisor of the checklist, could be a moderator, so maybe, means every other year, the moderator can't run the voting, and it's dumb. So it hasn't passed yet, at least.
Well, I would think it'd be stupid, especially if a person like you is running for your office. You're
Well,
running
normally, most moderators are,
Everybody
yeah, nobody wants that job anyway, so most of the time, it's on
Yeah, but
hold.
still, it's just the idea, it doesn't make no
I
sense.
know, there's somebody in Concord that thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, no, they're very busy up there.
Any questions?
Yeah, the only issue is, I don't know if you guys, wondering if you'll decide to do away with the mask mandate, because that is gonna be at least one voter I know of who's gonna give us a hard time like he did last year. I actually had to bring the ballot out, get his license, check him in, bring the ballot out.
We're gonna evaluate that before the election.
Yes,
and,
that's,
get
and
back.
I talked to Steve.
It's like a health officer and the fire chief, they're monitoring it.
Yeah, we had that meeting last week.
And we will have a decision.
He's,
Yeah, Chief, if you would pass that on to our health officer, and
Yep.
tell him we're looking for a recommendation within, a very timely manner,
yeah, and that we discussed that when we had that meeting in the hall last week, and basically saying, but I'm hoping, I'm assuming that maybe that'll be gone by then.
We took the point from the governor's office, what we did
Yeah.
for the town, that's what we did it for.
No, I understand, the word, it's hard, it's gonna be, I mean, I can handle a person like that, I had to do it last year, I actually had to come out, clean up around and do what I had to do. Took his ballots and walk around the door, you can, although I can't handle it, so someone has to come with me. He said, look, this person's gonna take the ballot, go to the door, and then you check them out with the license.
We have a police officer there this year too, right?
Don't leave one at town meeting, at town voting, for the town elections, they don't, but, according to the chief, he said for state and local, state elections, national elections, you need police from there, you don't for town elections, but, like, they're only a phone call away. So town meeting will be there, we'll move on to town meeting. If we still have a requirement for masks, I'm gonna have to set up somehow, or maybe rope or something around the no mask section. If somebody just said, I don't wanna wear a mask, I'm coming in, I'm not wearing a mask, I know you had that issue on the planning board. Probably saying, I suspect that happened. I don't know many people would do that, and most towns that have the option have very few. We don't wanna set up a remote thing in here, it's just too much hassle, so we'll have to put separate someplace.
Well, the question is, if we lift the mandate for mask, and somebody wants to, like the South, wants to wear their mask, that
Oh, yeah.
should be their problem.
Oh, no, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I was
the other
just-
side of the issue, we
yeah.
have two sides of the issue. My concern is, I'm still wearing mine because I just turned 77, I'd like to make 78, and I wanna be there.
Oh, yeah.
2 years on me. I was just over looking at Portsmouth stores, and I was walking through Reed's, and oh, I didn't even wear a mask anymore, I said, oh, so I took mine and put it on. Even though Portsmouth has done away with it, I'd say 3/4 of the people in the stores are still wearing it.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice, that's what I'm saying, as long as you don't step on that too, right?
No, it was just if you say no, that makes, I don't have to set up.
Okay.
And the school supporters will have the kitchens that they, equipment to do that.
Okay.
I don't know, BJ, from myself, they'll be setting the hall up, Thursday or Friday, for the election.
Sure, whatever, I mean, as long as it doesn't conflict with anything that.
Voting's Tuesday and town meeting's Saturday, so anytime. Larry's gonna set up on Friday. Won't be using the fire station, just gonna, we don't have to go to the
Well, I was
library.
gonna ask you if you're gonna have two locations, like you did.
No, we'll need to. The other one is, We're only gonna have, we're not gonna have the mics on the side border like we used to, just in the front. He said, you ran a meeting like that, was much simpler, so.
Well, I would think it would be better for everybody if there was one microphone, and we went to it, so we could all
Yeah,
look
yeah,
within
we'll have
it.
the line like we did last year, the first one goes here, and Mary won't have to let them down.
There's also for the recording person too, to record it, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Because you can hear it, you can hear it better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
So, let me see what else I got, oh, no, but for that, you're gonna send me tomorrow, and you probably get it. What I do is I print the warrant out with bigger font, so I can read it easy when I'm sitting at the podium.
Yeah.
So, just, age person up there, so we'll have to send it to them, we'll take care of that. No Zoom, we go ready on that one. One thing Larry's gonna ask, people don't turn the mics, because they do, like, turn around and face the light, it gives all kinds of feedback. We won't have that. That's, school's at 10, down to 10:30, you got here for 11? No. But, I don't know, like, controversy, doesn't seem like things.
Election day is Saturday, what time, 8 o'clock?
No, which one? Town voting or town meeting?
No, town meeting day.
10:30.
10:30.
10 o'clock for the school,
10 for
10:30 for the town.
Okay, that's what I was asking the school.
Yeah, it's always the same.
Okay, well, somebody asked me, I wasn't sure what time it was.
I think that's all I really got. Just,
Good, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
having people inside. I think it's, I had a good time on it, I don't know why, but people, you really enjoyed it.
The RSA said that the selectmen are supposed to be on premises for the whole election, I'll be here the whole day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Bob, will be here?
Yep.
I should be around.
So all of us will be here,
Good.
if you need us, we're there.
Yeah, and I'll check on your credit card numbers changed, just before the election, so I get the food order again.
Thank you, Jack, good report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I turned back on the other. I just cut the cord yesterday, they were on my cable TV.
Cut your cord?
Jumped back. I watched the Patriots, that's why I watch all year long. Paying $40 a month for the TV.
There you go.
All right, see you in 2 weeks.
All right, Jack.
See you, Jack, thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe. Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, let's move on to, Mr. Dodo isn't here yet.
We'll go back to new business?
Back to new business. Luxury base, I think we gotta talk to the chief about that.
Yeah.
And go
Between the chief and, I think we need to hear from the planning board on that, is
That in the rules?
I don't know.
There you go.
Is that a change of rules?
You just make a recommendation to the liquor commission, so whatever
We're gonna need clarification on that from the planning board, absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'll look into that one.
Okay, you wanna put on the table that for now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All in favor of table?
Don't need a vote on that, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor of table?
Wait a minute, speak in the microphone.
Okay. Gulf of Maine Task Force.
That's the seat for New England.
In the left-hand pocket of your books, you have an email, I forwarded it to you all too, but in a nutshell, the governor has a special task force that he can appoint to for this, and I believe there's potential for the town to have 2 seats. One seat goes to one of you 3, and an additional seat might be available. So to that end, we have that email from Mike Donahue. I'm glad to pursue that if the board would like.
Please,
Please do.
that's great. Mike Donahue has done a lot of work on us, attended a lot of meetings. So he's kept us all informed. Appreciate it.
Is he our one rep on that?
Ted is right now.
You're the rep on that?
I think Mike has gone to a few in Ted's absence,
Yeah,
but, so the second seat would be up to your,
we
Okay.
discussed that. We're on the name it today.
Yep.
Okay, now we got,
Pease development.
next, we'll see the speed
I'm
development.
gonna go set up the
Okay, Martha's the excuse, so we can discuss the things with the element, is, rep,
Noise,
your liaison on P stuff,
Okay, got it.
so because
Yeah,
we don't have any interference in any.
I got it.
The noise complaint meeting is, hi Chief.
Hi, Chief.
Hello. Is,
Last cabin.
Early next month also, people, PDA.
yeah, but I think it's scheduled for March 2nd.
Oh, March
In the
2nd.
front, we should have at 6:30 at the PDA office.
Okay,
I think we should put out a notice to people, that the residents,
Yeah.
that's available.
we can send out urgent notice.
Yeah. And the other.
Air cargo.
Air cargo proposal.
Right.
But I have a suggestion. All the towns are getting together, having a big meeting, and I don't want to be part of the big meeting, because the land is in the way.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
I think we ought to ask Paul Green to come and inform us of what is going on to the selectmen's meeting, and not create a big hullabaloo. And we can think about this, maybe we should, we have two reps on the PBA, Lamson and,
the person.
Suzanne Parker, you know, maybe invite her.
Yep.
I say invite them both.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 'cause
Exactly.
one's a full-time, one's a half-time. Invite them both, set up a date, that Paul Green can make it, preferably on one of our meeting nights, or late afternoon, or mid-afternoon, whatever Paul Green can do. I think that's, but I don't wanna get the bride, $3 million people out of gold for it.
I'm a little disappointed that we haven't been briefed on this yet.
Amen. I agree with you on that.
Okay, so that takes care of that, if we all agree.
I agree.
The only other question I may ask is, I agree with having the two reps from the town come in, but it should be open for the other members of the group to come if they'd like.
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta just careful how we word it, that's all.
Right, yeah.
We won't offend anybody.
I'll work that out.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, the next meeting we have, next schedule is 3:30. Police Chief Michael Bay, over the legislation in Maryland.
Marijuana.
So I forwarded the information from the, what came out of the House this year, and I've been watching it, actually not just me, law enforcement has definitely been watching it, of legalizing marijuana. Whether the state does it or not, they're already doing partial, really put it in pieces here and there now. My big concern is distribution centers. And my thought process is the town planning and zoning get on board with this. I don't think it still has a bunch of committees to go through, and it's gonna go back to the Senate, and Sununu does have could veto the bill. This year it passed, I wanna say 249 to 109 or something like that. So each year more and more people are in support of it. Again, I'm just saying obviously the town is gonna do what they want, if they want the distribution centers. My concern is if they start popping up, are we limited in the location where they can be? If it's gonna be at the mall or other properties around town, I'm assuming on the business district. But I think the town should put something in place for the next couple of years, at least we have a zoning ordinance regarding it. I'm not in favor of having them here in town based on the crime that kind of follows them. I've been reaching out to other jurisdictions in other states, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Maine. And the big thing is robberies. It's not necessarily the money, but it's the high content of THC that these stores have in their possession. So,
A lot of cash.
so that's my concern. And I think the town definitely should look at some type of zoning regarding it and where we can put it, if you want to put it. If you don't, then have a zoning for it.
Now, when you say district pieces, are you in a store?
A store, yeah.
I mean, I just wasn't sure.
And reading the legislation, it's all going to be controlled under the state through the alcohol enforcement. And I get that concept, but there's gonna be money flowing around. It is gonna be definitely a tax base coming in for the state, but, I mean, the devil is in the details right there, and we gotta pay attention to that thing.
Okay. Make a recommendation and we,
I'm gonna discuss this with the planning board, we've got an upcoming meeting, so I'll definitely bring this up there, chief, and,
We want to have the chief come in with you.
yeah, I might,
Just let me know.
all right.
So you want to make this as, table issue, what the planning board, exactly, Mr. Chairman?
well, I think we should send a letter to the planning board, and the selectmen, asking
Yeah,
them
we
to
gotta
review
finish.
this and get back to
I
the
agree,
board.
I agree,
Yep,
And then we'll be in the loop all the way to send it down.
I agree. Thank you, chief.
No problem. And the legislation does give the towns, obviously, the right to
Yeah.
make ordinance about it, so it's
I
gonna
think we
be.
should, I don't think we should vote it up and down on the next page, too, because we don't have enough information.
All right. But, on the state's rights and town's rights, we have the right to discuss whether we want to have it or not. Thank you, chief.
let's see what comes out of planning, and I'll keep you advised of, what planning board meeting we're gonna discuss it at, so you can be there for it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, chief.
All right, Steve. I think we covered everything except the 4 o'clock. Some of the,
Great, and that'll be Microsoft Teams. We'll, if it's okay with the board, have it in the inner office,
All right.
but the doors will be open, so whoever wants to attend. The Martells will be on Teams down in Florida.
Well, we have, chief, any word on the, damaged fire truck?
It's in the process of getting repairs, it's getting finalized as far as, the paint's getting done, so hopefully within the next, I'm assuming 2 weeks. We should
Oh,
have it
that's
back.
quick, that's
We're
quick.
looking at for cost, chief.
It was right around 15,000, I
Wow.
believe.
Now, when the new truck comes in, is that the truck that's gonna get bumped down to?
Yes, that gets reserved.
That would be the
Yep.
spare, and then the spare now we sell off. Have we
Yes.
done any work on, looking at, is there any interest in our old truck?
Can't really say right now, just because.
We haven't put it
I
out?
would assume where the vehicle's theoretically gonna be, 27 years old, there may be no interest at all. The potential would be there that we may be able to donate it to somewhere,
Yeah.
or something along those lines. Or do your typical bid process and just put it out and see if somebody wants something of it. But, as far as it being part of a trade-in deal, they didn't want it.
Yeah,
It's too old.
yeah. I just thought maybe there might be a, small community in the North Country that might be.
And that's
interested in
very
it.
possible.
That's what I was thinking, back with small community, use
Yep.
another machine.
And that's very possible.
You could probably use a, forestry truck too, think about that.
And any indication of when the new one's coming in?
They've already pushed it out a month, so it's probably gonna be closer to end of Mayish, I believe. So,
This year,
yes.
Okay. All right, great,
thank you, chief.
thank you.
And the new pickup finally did come in, 11 months after we ordered it, but it's
You got the truck?
yes, it's getting outfitted down at Devo and Kieway right now.
Good.
Good.
any questions, anybody have any questions? Any okay? We'll
Recess,
recess till 4.
PM.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
The board can stop so you'll appreciate it.
I did when we were.
Yeah, no,
Oh, I didn't do that,
What are you looking at, payroll?
You did a, yeah, we're running a, just with my name on it. I'll take that, Michael. Just because I like to take them, so I can look this stuff when I do the minutes. Helps me.
Our car is down right now.
Thank you, sir.
Where's the microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's the other one?
Yeah, I went down there, I had questions on this, we were down there, and looked at it.
Yeah, they're gonna take the radio out of our other ones, we ordered a, mobile one. They have to take the radio out of the other one that they're taking apart because the radio's still in the section. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
No, we ordered it in October.
You don't want this
Well, that kinda sucks. Yeah,
I
well, that's how Clean does, we ordered everything in
Good,
April or May.
You know that?
What are we talking about?
Well, the equipment for the pickup truck. And you know, we're gonna get the main cap and everything. It's not
I walk out with mine.
We ordered it all the time.
Okay.
No, but it was for, it's for.
Yeah. So we, yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
Hey, Bob, nice truck.
You like that?
I don't like that red stripe down it.
You know what?
It's like a fire department stripe. That's a beeline, so you can hit
As
it.
soon as I saw it, I immediately thought, God, that looks like it's Camaro, you know?
Yeah.
And then I drove over to my son's house, and I pulled in the driveway and he goes, Jesus, they paint scheme for Camaro. And I'm like,
Thank you. That's awesome.
she picked that.
Well, I was coming over, and I was like, geez, that's a nice one. 1777. Hey.
But that's the Lariat package.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the leather seats and 4x4 and it's 4 doors. I asked my little grandson, the redhead, I said, you know, hey, how do you like my truck? He said, I really like those step up, you know, for climbing in it. So now he wants my son to get those added to his truck. My son's like, hey, you guys want me money?